Gentlemen, it's time to begin the Waukegan City Council's, excuse me, Public Works Committee meeting. The time is 5:01 p.m. Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Here.
Alderman Seeger. Alderman Bolton. Alderman Kirkwood. Alderman Newsom.
Present.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the minutes from the November 7th committee meeting, Public Works Committee? Motion by Alderman Kirkwood. Thank you, sir. And second by Alderman Newsom. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Audience time. Is there any member of the audience who would like to address the committee regards a matter that is on the agenda for this committee? None? Thank you. No old business. Moving to new business. May I have a motion for a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to approve a resolution for change order number 2 with Aircon Refrigeration and Heating for an amount of $33,067. Motion by Alderman Newsom. Second by Alderman Kirkwood. Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood. Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Item B. I'd like a motion for a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to approve a resolution for amendment number 1 to the intergovernment agreement with Regional Transportation Authority for PACE route improvements. Staff recommends this to the Infrastructure Committee that it be approved, and this is for a resolution relates to the CMAQ grant that will improve transit access to transit along Washington Street and the Metro Station. The original agreement was signed February 15th of 2018 and is set to expire on December 31st of 2022. This amendment will extend that agreement to December 31st of 2024. Is there a motion? Motion by Alderman Newsom. Second by Alderman Kirkwood. Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Seeger. Alderman Kirkwood.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Motion passes. May I have a motion to seat Alderman Seeger? Motion by Alderman Kirkwood, second by Alderman Newsom. Alderman Seeger, welcome. Item C. I'd like a motion to approve a resolution for a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to approve a resolution for advanced approval for purchase. This is advanced approval for purchase of a 2023 Ford F-550 for an amount of $96,013 from the fiscal 23-24 budget. So we don't have a budget for 23-24 yet. What we're asking for is an advanced authorization approval to purchase this truck when that budget becomes available. This basically allows us and the seller to have that truck on hold. It's locked in. As soon as it gets there, as soon as the budget comes, we got it. And the reason we want to do this is because because of supply chain issues, there's just not an availability. If we can lock this in, we have a guarantee on this truck for next year's budget. This is what we're doing. Are there any questions on this one? I know it's a little complicated, yeah.
What type of, is this just a regular truck? Is it for $96,000?
Oh, yeah.
What are we getting for $96,000?
These trucks they start at like 150, 250, 350, the 450. The 550 is the big one. It's the big, super duper heavy duty truck that can be used for any number of things. Oh, yeah.
Correct. Yeah, it comes with everything.
All right. So is there a motion? I'm sorry, Alderman Seeger, did you have something?
Correct. Yes.
You've got the dump bed and the plow. Well, the plow will be extra, right?
No, that's
Plow's
with it.
included?
Yes.
There it is. All right, so may I have a motion? It is a good price. May I have a motion? Motion by Alderman Newsom,
Second.
second by Alderman Kirkwood. Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood. Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, lady and gentlemen.
No, I
Excuse
got
me.
one.
Item D, excuse me, I'd like a motion for a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to approve a resolution awarding the City Hall window replacement of damaged windows. The bid to IG Commercial for a not to exceed amount of $298,000. $300,000 for new windows, gentlemen and lady. And I'm going to ask the director to explain this.
198,000.
Chris, if you will,
I'm sorry.
can you talk about why we're replacing these $300,000 in windows?
Uh,
I know there's something with the seals.
yes.
And other
They're
damages?
leaking, and the seals are worn bad, and it's over 100. It's 101 windows that has to be replaced.
City Hall.
Here, City Hall.
101 windows are failing.
And we had other bidders bid on it, but this particular company came in and was outbidding everybody else. And then on the last bid, they was the only ones to bid. Yes.
So this building now, it's hard to believe, but it's almost 20 years old. Almost 20 years old. And these windows, while they were state of the art 20 years ago, the seals, because of the heat and the cold, the seals expand and contract, and the seals are just plain worn out. So we are losing, and it's costing us money actually in what we're losing in air conditioning and heating and so forth. So this is going to go along right in conjunction with the window tinting.
The tinting.
Right, so we're going to have two distinct projects. One is window replacement. As soon as they're replaced, they'll come in and tint them. And we've already approved the tinting. So. Any further questions? Thank you, sir. May I have a motion? Motion by Alderman Kirkwood.
I'll
Second
second.
by Alderman Seager. Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood. Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item Item E. If I may, I'd like a motion for a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to approve a resolution awarding the raw water pumping station improvements bid to Bowler Construction for an amount of not to exceed $3,133,800. So this is for the installation of new pumps, valves, HVAC, and new electrical equipment. You know, Alderman, that water plant is over 100 years old now, and there's never been a 5-year or infrastructure repair plan, a maintenance plan for it. So now, a lot of this equipment is failing. It's either failing or it's such critical equipment that if it fails, you know, we can't afford to allow that to happen. And this is why you've seen over the last year or more, actually, you've seen several line items to spend to make improvements down there. And the pumps are critical. Without the pumps, there is no water.
Well, and that's my question. I noticed that we've been spending a lot of money there. So have we developed a 3 to 5 year plan in order to make sure that we're up to par so that we're not waiting however many years we waited
Right.
in order to improve the situation?
Yeah, so we'll let the water plant director explain to you.
And I guess the other thing that I'd like to know is there more improvements that are needed, so budget-wise,
Yeah.
we can anticipate those dollars coming to us over the that these are some things that need to occur in the water plant so that, our facility is, in line with what it should be.
Right. Director?
Yes, we're working with, Maxwell, Woodman right now, do a 5-year kind of, what they do. Working with Maxwell, come up with a 5-year, project. Working on projects that are priority. Down to the least priority, that we're working on.
Okay, and when do you think you'll have that, information to the council at, have an idea budget-wise, here's what you can anticipate from year to year, what we're gonna be requesting, in that particular area?
Now, so once we have the priority project, we're gonna
So another thing to consider, again, some of this equipment is specialized, it's not common, it may be hard to get, and again, with supply chain, so where we can, it's prudent to think ahead, plan ahead, purchase ahead. So, and this is all part of the effort to, firstly, maintain status quo with the functionalities, right? Critical functionality, and then to improve, right? So that's our priorities, maintain and improve. Yes, sir.
I'm not on this committee, but can I make a few comments?
Briefly.
I know a couple of years ago, we had a diver go down, fix our intake. Then we did that. We had the kidneys, for lack of a better word, the filters, I think. We had those buttoned up. Am I right on all that? That was to help us increase our capacity, correct? Because, 20 years up here, I'm going to be leaving soon. But I'll hand this off to you, Alderman Turner. And if you need me, I need a part-time occupation, or at least time. We got to get selling our water. We need
Gotcha.
to expand our water sales. That's been the whole thing. That is liquid gold.
Yes, it is.
That never runs out. That revenue stream never runs out. That's why it's important that of all the things we do in the city, that thing down there is one of the top priorities we have, because that is a money generator and it's liquid gold.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Mr. Seeger?
You guys are on regular PM. A lot of those new, pumps, are they sealed?
All right. May I have a motion, please? Motion by Alderman Kirkwood. Second by Alderman Seeger. Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Seeger. Alderman Kirkwood. Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Thank you. Item F, excuse me. I'd like a resolution or a motion for a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to approve a resolution awarding the RFP, request for proposal, for the OCCT study to Baker and Woodman for an amount not to exceed $260,100. Let's see, yeah, correction, Baxter and Woodman. Thank you. This one, Chris, what is this one about? This is the, Water Department had an RFP opening in November 30th, 2022, with Baxter and Woodman being the sole submittal for the OCCT study that is being mandated by the IEPA, Illinois Environmental Protection Agency. The project is for corrosion control treatment studies for lead service lines going to homes. It's the big lead service remediation project that we've been talking about for months. And so this is it. Are there any questions? Motion, please. Motion by Alderman Newsom. Second by Alderman Kirkwood. Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Seeger.
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood. Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item G. I'd like a motion for a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to approve a resolution for the purchase of a vehicle per section 2-458 subsection I subsection 7 good faith waiver from Curry Motors, Frankfurt, for a not to exceed amount of $30,590. Staff makes a recommendation for this approval. It will be used for the Water Department, and this is for Ford Escape 2022 Ford Escape. And again, it's by a good faith waiver and based off of the long lead times. Here we go again with particularly with vehicles, there's an extraordinarily long lead time to place vehicle orders. So we're trying to get ahead of the curve on this one. Sir?
So, this vehicle is on the
We already had this one. This is,
we already bought this one?
I think they're able to do
I
it.
think we already had it.
I think they're able to take.
Zeus will explain.
He's coming to speak on it.
Yeah, I thought we approved it already, didn't we? Oh, okay. All right, I've gotten confused. Great, thank you. All right, any other questions? Motion?
I'll second.
Motion by Alderman Kirkwood, second by Alderman Seager. Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood. Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Thank you. Item H. Excuse me. Item H, I'd like a motion for a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to approve a resolution for approving the change of funding for watershed permit reviews with Ciorba. The city's finance department and engineering division determined that the available funds in the storm sewer improvements qualify as an applicable fund to charge watershed permit reviews, as these permit reviews are directly tied to watershed development ordinance requirement as adopted by the City Council and the Lake County Stormwater Management Commission. The contract was previously approved by council on May 2nd, 2022, and the addendum number 1 was approved on August 15th, 2022. Funding will be changed from 100-910-124-435 engineering services to 556-916-027-082 storm sewer improvements in the previously approved amount of $87,327.25. Is there a motion or question? Motion by Alderman Newsom. Second by Alderman Seager. Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Item I. Excuse me. I'd like a motion for a resolution approving and authorizing the proper city officials to approve a resolution for approval of purchase. It's a lot of approving. For approval for purchase of 2 Ford Explorers per section 2-458 subsection I, subsection 7, good faith waiver from Wheels of Chicago Incorporated for an amount of $51,648.48.
Question.
Yes, sir.
So there's two vehicles apiece at 51?
Total.
Or is it
51,000.
total?
Total for both.
Total.
And what year are
the-
these?
I'm sorry?
What year?
What year? What year is the vehicles?
2018.
Okay. And do we know the mileage on these vehicles?
One has 53,775.
So,
The other has 49,427.
Thank you.
I'll just add that these vehicles are being purchased locally in an effort to supplement other citywide purchases via joint purchasing And due to this continued microchip shortage and global supply chain disruption, orders for vehicles need to be purchased from a variety of forms. So again, we're trying to get ahead of the curve and anticipate our needs and demands and meet them before it becomes an issue. That is it for new business.
I have some questions.
Sorry.
For Director Garland.
Yes, sir.
With the anticipation of snow coming this week, I like to know, are crews ready and hit the ground running? I know we have a new crew there. Have they been trained, ready to go? Because they're supposed to get a lot of snow before the end of the week. So I like to make sure that we're ready to hit the ground running.
Yes, we are prepared, sir. The guys are going to go out in their trucks tomorrow just to verify that everything is working. So if something is not working, we can get it into our vehicle maintenance shop and get them ready to go. We are prepared with the salt. We got our calcium chloride. So yes, we are ready to go.
Okay, and then also in terms of those streets that the big plows can't come down, we have the smaller plows like Cornelia, you know, those areas where they only park on one side of the street. You know, those particular, you know, especially in the Fourth Ward, we have a lot of those streets.
Yes, we have smaller trucks that can get down through there.
Okay.
What we do is when the bigger trucks are going through their routes and they're not able to get down a certain street, they'll call dispatch on the radio. They'll call us and let us know, and then we'll send a smaller truck over there. They are to keep going. They are not to stop and try to squeeze through nothing. They are to keep going to another street, and we'll send someone over to clean that particular street up.
So what is the timeline for those smaller streets so that they can move the cars on the other side? Because you'll go down that street where there's no parking on that side. How much time would they have to move to the other side so they can come back and do another sweep?
We just spot it in between. I mean, we don't really have a time frame. So, I mean, as they move them, they'll come back around once they're done with their route, and they'll double check them, and they'll clean them up as they go.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we got ahead of ourselves. We need to take a motion and a vote on item I. Is there a motion? Motion by Alderman Newsom,
Second.
second by Alderman Kirkwood. Roll call, please.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Seeger.
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Thank you. Now, reports and communications, there are none. Motion for adjournment.
Make a motion.
A motion by Alderman Kirkwood, second by Alderman Newsom. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, we are adjourned. Thank you.